The air carries a quiet shift. Summer's intensity has softened, and autumn whispers through the garden with golden leaves, crisp mornings, and a sense of transition. Today isn't about one grand project but rather the small, meaningful tasks that remind us how connected we are to the land and its rhythm. It's about harvesting, tidying, creating beauty from what the season gives us, and planting with hope for the future. We begin with potatoes, the last of this year's crop. The row has been swallowed by weeds, bindweed curling like stubborn vines around what remains of the plants. At first glance, it feels like a battle between nature's wild persistence and the cultivated order of the garden. Yet beneath that tangle, hidden treasures wait. Each fork into the soil carries anticipation. Will the harvest be small, large, plentiful, or scarce? The earth slowly reveals her secrets. Small, tender-skinned potatoes emerge first, followed by medium clusters, and then the occasional large one that feels like a reward. They tumble into crates, earthy and imperfect, yet full of promise for hearty meals ahead. What's beautiful about these potatoes is not just their quantity but their variety in size and use. The tiny ones, so delicate, are perfect for boiling whole and tossing with butter and herbs, a taste of comfort in its simplest form. The medium ones promise hearty stews as the nights grow colder. And the larger ones? They remind us that patience and resilience in the soil always yield something worth savoring. 2 crates fill quickly, and though weeds try to overtake the row, the harvest itself feels victorious. Once the last potatoes are gathered, attention shifts to another emblem of the season, cornstalks. Once vibrant and green, now dried to golden husks, they stand tall like rustic guardians of the garden. Their season of growth is complete, yet they offer new purpose. With twine in hand, bundles are gathered, not discarded, but celebrated as part of autumn's decor. Each cut and tie feels symbolic, like shaping the remnants of summer into tributes for the season of harvest. A single bundle of cornstalks can transform a doorway, porch, or entryway into a warm, welcoming autumn scene. Standing them upright, evening their ends, arranging them in pairs, it feels like crafting a frame around the season itself. Paired with pumpkins and fall flowers, they whisper the story of abundance, gratitude, and cozy gatherings to come. As more bundles take shape, the vision becomes clear. The garden gives not just food, but atmosphere, memories, and beauty. Children's voices echo nearby, their laughter threading into the rhythm of work. Small hands reach for flowers, choosing favorites with wide-eyed delight. This one, and this one, and this one. Their choices are simple, unfiltered and honest, a reminder that beauty doesn't need explanation. A red bloom, a delicate petal, an artichoke held proudly like treasure, all become part of the day's tapestry. These small moments, shared between harvest and decoration, breathe joy into the work. With potatoes stored away in the red barn to cure, dark, cool, and safe, the cornstalk bundles find their new homes flanking entryways and garden corners. Rain begins to sprinkle, soft and fleeting, a reminder that time is moving, that fall is pressing forward. Yet the work continues, steady and satisfying. Each tied bundle feels like a marker, a way of saying, this garden lived, thrived, and now prepares to rest. The final task of the day turns from harvest to hope. Into freshly prepared soil goes a Miscanthus cabaret grass, chosen for its striking presence and luminous variegation. Though small now, its future is written in its nature, towering to 7 feet, spreading gracefully, and glowing white against evergreens and summer blooms. Planting it feels like placing a promise into the earth, one that says, beauty doesn't end here, it continues, it grows, it surprises. This grass will anchor the bed, balancing the structure of trees and shrubs, softening the edges with texture, and drawing the eye season after season. Even as other plants fade, the Miscanthus will remain, tall and resilient, reminding us that planting is an act of faith in the seasons to come. It is a decision made not just for today, but for the years ahead. As the day closes, the garden feels transformed. Potatoes rest safely, awaiting meals. Cornstalks stand proudly, framing spaces with rustic charm. A new plant begins its journey toward becoming a showpiece. And everywhere, there's evidence of care, work done not out of obligation, but out of love for the rhythm of nature and the beauty it gives in return. Days like these carry a quiet joy. They remind us that gardening isn't only about the perfect bloom or the fullest harvest. It's about the process, the digging, the tying, the storing, the planting. It's about small victories, like pulling out weeds to uncover food or bundling stalks into beauty. It's about connection, to the land, to family, to tradition, to the seasons. There's a deep satisfaction in ending the day with tired hands, crates filled, bundles tied, and soil freshly planted. Standing back, looking at the corn-framed doorway with a bed anchored by new grass, you see not just work, but story. A story of resilience, of creativity, of embracing change as each season passes its torch to the next. And as twilight settles, you realize the garden itself has been your teacher. It shows that even in endings, there is new purpose. Even in decay, there is beauty. Even in harvest, there is preparation for tomorrow. Today was not just about potatoes, cornstalks, or grasses, it was about celebrating the cycle of life that keeps us grounded, grateful, and inspired.